Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube class. In this video, we will see how do we merge two sorted arrays. Now we are given with two sorted arrays, let us call it as A and B. We need to combine these two sorted arrays so that the resultant array or the merged array is also sorted. And you should store the answer in another array. Now what can be the easiest thing over here? The easiest thing will be copy array A to array C. Copy array B to array C at the end. And what you do with this? Yes, can anyone say? You sort this array. Now what was the first step? Copy array A to array C. What is the second step? The second step is copy array B to end of array C. You get this array. And what is the third step? Sort array C. Third step is sort array C so that you get the merged array is also sorted. This will give correct answer, but this is inefficient method. This is inefficient method. Now let us see how do we solve this without needing to sort the final array, because the given arrays are sorted arrays. We can take the advantage of that and we can sort the array. We can sort the merged arrays. We can merge the sorted arrays. Okay, now what we do again? Let's take. Now we notice one thing: the size of array A might not be equal to size of array B. Let's take two indices I and let me call it as J. Now let the number of array elements of A be n and let the number of array elements of B be m, because they might be not same. What I say here? I say if A of I is less than B of J. Now you compare 10 and 15. Is 10 less than 15? Yes. It means 10 should be stored at this array. And how do I write it? I say C of K is equal to A of I. Now you might ask, sir, what is K? K is also pointing to 0, and you say C of 0 is equal to A of 0. In this case, A of I is 10. And next time you will compare 15 and 20. Therefore, I should move further. Hence, I write I plus plus. Hence, I write I plus plus. Now, I is pointing to 20. Next time, say me, where will you write? You will write at C of 1. Therefore, K should also be incremented, and I write K plus plus. And I write K plus plus. Again you compare. A of I is 20, B of J is 15. 20 less than 15. No sir, 20 is not less than 15. Hence we execute the else part. And what do we store at C of K? What do we store at C of K? I store B of J at C of K. Now what is B of J? B of J is 15. Now since I have taken this element, the value of J should be incremented, because next time I will compare 20 and 25. Hence, what do I write? I say J plus plus. Now when I say J plus plus, J is pointing over here. Next time you want to write at index 2. Hence we say K plus plus. Hence we say K plus plus. Now again you repeat the same thing. Now whatever has to be repeated has to be put in the body of loop. Now this is loop, and let me call this as the end loop. End loop. Okay. Again you compare. A of I 20. Is 20 less than 25? Yes sir. You put 20 here. You say I plus plus because you want to compare 25 and 30 for the next time, and you say K plus plus because you want to write at index 3. Is that okay? Now you see that the value of I, J, K are not moving synchronously. Okay, go back again. A of I is 30, B of J is 25, 30 less than 25 is false. You come to else part, and what do you write over here? You write B of J and you say J plus plus because you want to compare 27 with 30 and you want to write at index 4, therefore you say K plus plus. Again go back. A of I, what is A of I? 30, B of J is 27, 30 less than 27 is false. Again you execute. C of K is B of J. Now what is B of J here? 27. You say J plus plus, and again you write K plus plus because we want to write at index 5. Again go back. A of I is 30, B of j is 45, 30 less than 45 is true, therefore you write 30 here, you say I plus plus and you say k plus plus as well. Go back again, A of I is 40, B of j is 45, 40 less than 45 is true, you write 40 over here, now you say I plus plus and you say k plus plus. Now what is the value of I? The value of I is 4. And what is the value of n? The value of n is also 4. Now say me one thing, are there any more elements to compare it over here? No more elements. Therefore, whatever the remaining elements are there in array B, whatever the remaining elements, now what are the remaining elements? Wherever j is pointing to, 45 and 40, this should be greater than the maximum of the array A. It should be greater. Because we have reached end and there is no end, hence I need to stop this loop. Hence, say me, what should be the terminating condition? I say while I less than n and j less than m. And j less than m. Now what is the value of I? It is 4. 4 less than 4 is false. You come out of this loop. Now when you come out of this loop, whatever is there in array B, you should copy it in array C. That is what I need to write. Therefore I am continuing the code over here. We say while the value of j is less than m, the remaining array elements, I should simply copy it to the array C. And how do I copy it? Say here, C of k is equal B of j. C of k is equal B of j. Now you write 45. Next time you want to copy 50, therefore I say j plus plus. Next time you want to write at index 8, therefore I say k plus plus. Again go back, j less than m. Yes sir, j is less than m because j is 4. N is 5. You copy 50 here. You say j plus plus, j becomes 5. You say k plus plus, k becomes 9. Again you go 5 less than 5 is false. You come out of this loop and you see that the array C is sorted. This is the one case. Now let us see the other case. What could be the other case? I could have said this as array B and I could have said this as array A. Alright, it might be possible. Now the size of array A is greater than the size of array B. Now what will happen? Let's see again. Now say me one thing. N represents the size of array A. What is the value of n? The value of n is 5. M represents the size of array B. What is the value of m? It is 4. Now initially I is over here and j is over here. Now compare. I less than n, j less than m. Yes, A of I is 15, B of j is 10. 15 less than 10. No sir. Execute else part. C of k is equal B of j, which is 10, and you say k plus plus, k points here, j plus plus, j points here. Go back. I less than m, j less than n. Yes sir. A of I is 15, B of j is 20. 15 less than 20. Yes sir. 15 is less than 20. Therefore you write 20 here and you say I plus plus, I points here, and you say k plus plus, k points here. Again go back. I less than m and j less than n. Yes sir. A of I, what is A of I? 25. And what is B of j? 20. 25 less than 20. No sir. Execute the else part. I'm sorry. Okay, I should have written 15. I'm very much sorry. You write B of j, which is 20, and you say j plus plus and you say k plus plus. Again you go. I less than n, j less than m. Yes sir. A of I is 25, B of j is 30, 25 less than 30. Yes sir. Therefore you write 25, you say I plus plus and you say k plus plus. Again you go, you compare 27 and 30, 27 less than 30. Yes sir. You write 27 here, you say I plus plus and you say k plus plus. Again you go back, you compare 30 and 40. Is 45 less than 30? No sir. Therefore you write 30, you say j plus plus and you say k plus plus. Again you compare. Is 45 less than 40? No. Therefore you write 40, you say k plus plus and you say j plus plus. Now I less than n? Yes, I is less than n. But j less than m, the condition is false. You come out of this loop. This is the point. Now j less than m is false, you come out. That means whatever is there in array A, you have to copy it over here. Hence, how should I write the while loop? Say me. How should I write the while loop? I say while I less than n. What should I write? Can anyone say? C of k is equal a of I. C of k is equal a of I. Now what is a of I? 45. Now next time you want to write at index 8, you want to write at of value of index 4, hence we say I plus plus k plus plus. Now the value of I comes here, the value of k comes here. Again go back. I less than n, yes, C of k. You write a of I 50, you say I plus plus, you say k plus plus, k becomes 9, I less than n is false, you come out and you display array C. How many array elements are there? There are k array elements. This is how we merge two sorted arrays in the efficient way. Please pause the video, make a note of it and try to write down the program yourself. Thank you. Let us see how do we write the code for it. Let's declare two arrays, int a of 100 and b of 100. This is a and this is b, so on up to 99 and 99. Let n be the size of array a and m be the size of array b, and you have to read the values of n and m, and I say read n comma n. You have to write the corresponding scanf statement. Let the value of n be say 4 and let the value of m be say 3. Now you need to fill this array. Now let's call the function called as read array. This is user defined function. You have to write it array a, and how many array elements are there? There are n array elements, and assume that we have said here 10, 20, 30 and 40. Similarly, you have to read the array b. We call the function read array. Which array we want to read it? B, and how many array elements are there? There are m array elements, and say for example I write over here 15, 17, 22. Suppose I say 15, 17 and 22. These two are sorted arrays. The input is sorted arrays. Now you have to merge it and store it in another array. Therefore I need one more array, and let's declare one more array called as C, and I write int C of 100. You actually have to say 200, because if both are 100, when you merge you get an array of size 200. Now when I merge over here, we get 7 array elements, needless to say 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is that okay? Now we will write one function called as merge. We will write one function called as merge. What we want to merge? Array A of n array elements with array B of m array elements, and store the answer in C. And store the answer in C. Is that okay? Now we say here void. The function name is merge. What is the first parameter? Integer one dimensional array. Second parameter is the number of array elements of A. The next parameter is integer one dimensional array, integer m, and this is where I want to store the answer in C. This is where I want to store the answer in C. Now what we do? We take two indices I and j. I is pointing to 0 and j is also pointing to 0, and initially the value of k is also 0 because I want to write from the 0th index. Therefore what do I write? Int the value of I is 0, j is also 0, k is also 0. Now I have to run the loop as I explained it. What do? We say while I less than the size of first array, because I is representing the first array, and j is less than m, which is representing the second array. I need to compare between 10 and 15, which is smaller. How do I write it? If a of I is less than b of j. Now is 10 less than 15? Yes sir, 10 is less than 15. Therefore 10 should be copied at index 0 of array C. How do I write it? I say C of k is equal a of I. 10 is copied here. Next time you want to compare 15 and 20. Therefore we say I plus plus. Hence the value of I now will point to 1. And next time you want to write at index 1. Therefore what do I write over here? I say k plus plus. I say k plus plus. The value of k will also be 1. Okay. Now the value of I is 1. N is 4, j is 0, m is 3. Go back. I less than n, yes. J less than m, yes. A of I is 20, B of j is 15, 20 less than 15. No sir, the condition is false. We come to the else part, and what do I write over here? What do I write? I say C of k is equal to B of j. C of k is equal B of j. Now what is B of j? B of j is 15. Next time you want to compare 17 and 20. Therefore we say j plus plus. Now the value of j will also get to 1. And I want to write at index 2. Hence we say k plus plus. Hence we say k plus plus. The value of k is also 2. Okay. Go back and check the condition again. I less than n, j less than m. Yes. A of I is 20. B of j is 17. 20 less than 17 is false. You execute the else part. You write 17 over here and you say j plus plus. The value of j will become 2. K plus plus. The value of k will become 3. Go back. I less than n. Yes. J less than m. Yes. C of k is okay. A of I 20 less than 22. Yes sir. Therefore you write 20 here and again you say I plus plus. The value of I will become 2 and you say k plus plus. K will become 4. Go back. I less than n. Yes sir. J less than m. Yes sir. Now you say A of I is 30. B of j is 22. 30 less than 22 is false. You come here, C of k is equal to B of j, which is 22. J plus plus, the value of j will become 3 and you say k plus plus. K is pointing over here. Now again you go back. I less than n. Yes. I is 2. 2 less than 4 is true. But j less than m. 3 less than 3 is false. You come out. Now I am writing code here. Whatever the elements are remaining, I have to simply copy here. Because 22 is less than all the elements from where I is pointing to. And how do I copy it? I say while I less than, what is the array size? N. While I is less than n. What shall I write? I say C of k is equal to A of I. Now this is C of k is equal, A of I is 30. Next time you want to copy 40, therefore we say I plus plus. The value of I is pointing here. And where I want to copy? At this index. Hence we say k plus plus. Hence we say k plus plus. Again you go back. I less than n. Yes. C of k is A of I is 40. I plus plus I becomes 4, k plus plus k becomes 7. Go back, 4 less than 4 is false. Now in this case, the elements of array A remained. It might so happen that the array elements of B would be remaining. Therefore, what do I write over here? I say while j less than m, and what shall I write? C of k, as I explained it, is equal B of j. You say j plus plus and you say k plus plus. You know that. Now what is the value of j? The value of j is 3. M is 3. 3 less than 3 is false. You come out. Closing bracket of the function is taken as return. You come back to main. Now you need to display this array C. And how many array elements are there? There are 7. And how do you get 7? You say n plus m. You say n plus m. Therefore, what shall I write over here? I say display array. Which array we want to display? Array C. How many array elements are there? N plus m. And we say return 0 and you stop the code. You see that the two sorted arrays are being merged, such that the resultant array is also sorted. And this technique we use in the merge sort. Thank you friends for watching this video. Please like this video, subscribe to my channel and share the channel with your friends. Thank you. You may pause the video here and copy down. Thank you.